but
you're not worried.
But I'm not too much now.
ASU police say they're working with federal agencies to find out exactly who posted that threat and why. Well, everybody seems to be talking about it today. Did you feel the earthquakes? Did you hear the earthquakes? 3 of them last night.
Was full of surprises.
When we were at the very end of the off ramp, that's when he ended up just booking it.
So she immediately calls 911.
And he booked it. He what? He left. He left the scene.
ABC 15 first to get a look.
Know what was going on until the second earthquake hit. The quakes caused damage to some homes. You can see some cracks there in the walls there, and some floor tiles popped up.
That's an earthquake, because that thing was
everything, telling investigators that he did not stop to check on the people involved, and he just blanked out.
And this guy is just one of the ones that
damage, and hoping another earthquake doesn't hit anytime soon. And even though it's not very likely that one will hit near Phoenix, you still have to prepare. Phoenix Fire Department search.
Officer Stuart Babcock is still on paid administrative leave, pending an internal investigation. Back to you.
Navita, thank you. New tonight at 10, the backstory behind what got this Buckeye Grand.
Troy, the Phoenix Fire Department took us through a simulation to show us exactly what a disaster search and rescue would look like. And one of the most important tools for rescue teams isn't some fancy equipment. Instead, it's found in the instincts of a furry friend.
The rubble piled high, somewhere deep below, a man trapped. Phoenix Fire Department's technical rescue team answering the call. It's a simulation, but for this 4-legged team member, it might as well be the real thing.
You found me. You found me. Good job.
The dogs just find the best scent coming.
That rose-colored glow masking.
They found what they're looking for.
This is the training ground where Phoenix search and rescue teams prepare for disasters. And after a string of earthquakes rattled parts of Arizona, they want to remind the public to have a safety plan, which includes checking your home and making sure it's structurally sound.
You live in Arizona, we don't have a lot of natural disasters.
Her exact words?
I don't know why Papa left me.
That may happen.
Whether it's earthquake, a man-made, or a natural disaster, buildings coming down are still the same as far as our job.
Often the first step to finding survivors is unleashing the dog. The dog is trained to ignore people working, instead sniffing out the rubble for someone buried underneath.
Well, all we're doing is playing a game of hide and seek.
Weapon ready to go.
And where was Grandpa while his family was searching? He'd been walking for hours, making his way 10 miles down the road to
emergency. The Red Cross does have a planning guide and emergency checklist. You can visit our website, that's fox10phoenix.com, for that information. Reporting live, I'm Jessica Flores, Fox 10 News.
Thank you for that, Jessica. Chipotle closes down 43 restaurants after 24 people get sick from E. coli.
So the little girl was found. She was not hurt. She is safe with mom now, and child safety will be following up. And Stephanie, even the sheriff says this is one of the strangest and saddest cases to come across his desk.
Yeah, it is really unbelievable that she is safe and sound tonight after all of the things that could have gone wrong. No hate. The potential.
The threat claiming, quote, "The filthy, degenerate normies will be the first under my gun sights. All of the girls who laugh at me, calling me a creep."
Rising death rate, and that is middle-aged whites. Suicides, deaths from drug overdoses and alcohol abuse are being blamed, but if you have a college degree, you should be okay. The effect was largely confined to people with a high school education or less, and middle-aged whites who have a college education actually saw increased life expectancy. A bride backs out of her wedding, leaving her dad with thousands of dollars of catered food that he couldn't cancel. I mean, it's going to be served anyway. And wait until you hear what he decided to do at that reception banquet.
And it's the first of its kind here in Arizona, a new device aimed at stopping crashes caused by red light runners. We'll show you where it is and how it works coming up.
And take a second to keep in touch with me on social media if you're so inclined. Facebook.com/Troy Hayden Fox 10, and the same on Twitter. We'll be right back.
In their lives and is willing to say and do and post, just about anything.
Thankfully, in the end, ASU able to give the all clear here, saying the threat was not credible.
An update tonight on two stories you saw first here on ABC 15. A standoff in Mesa and a hit and run in Apache Junction. We promise to keep making calls, and here's what we can tell you. Police in AJ still looking for that driver who a week
in the event of a stronger tremor. However, the largest quake in Arizona's mountain region hit nearly 40 years ago when a 4.9 shook Chino Valley, just north of Prescott Valley.
Well, tracking tomorrow, it's Election Day for more than 24 Valley school districts asking you for money. Peoria, Chandler, Tempe, and Gilbert are among the larger districts trying to borrow more or boost their budgets. It should be a fairly quiet day at the polls, though, because many of the districts have mail-in balloting only. Now to the 2016 presidential campaign and an emerging frontrunner on the GOP side. Newly released numbers from NBC News and the Wall Street Journal show Ben Carson is out in front in a big way. Carson is
the issue. It's who's running it and what they're doing with the crop. The company Almari is based out of Saudi Arabia, and they're growing hay here.